You'll know exactly who to call and how to get set up with your own 1-900 line, and I'll even show you ways to advertise your line without spending any money whatsoever. You get into 50 or 100 other cities. Based on what one city has already done, how well will you be doing?
I can retire. I'm looking forward to retirement.
The hype and the smoke in your face and all that stuff, that's not what puts money in your pocket. What puts money in your pocket is something that works, flat out works.
I'll show you how to create a tiny 3-line ad and set yourself up to test one ad after another after another. And depending on what your ad says, I'll show you how to make sure you can fulfill on that ad. It's so simple. Once you find one tiny classified ad that makes a tiny profit, the rest is easy. After that, it's simply duplicating your little money machine everywhere.
You generated over $50,000 a week by placing tiny classified ads in the newspaper.
Yes, and there's probably 1 million people that are watching right now that are saying, oh, it's too good to be true, but it is true. Right in front of your face. It's right in front of your face. One tiny ad that makes $30 profit in a week, multiplied times 1,000 ads in 1,000 other newspapers that do about the same thing, and just like that, you're making not $30 a week, you're now making $30,000 a week. The math speaks for itself. Get a calculator and figure it out. If anything, I'm being conservative.
There isn't enough money on the face of this earth to buy that placing ads book from me. No way. It's too valuable.
If you're really considering doing something different, trying something new, and are looking to make quite a bit of money, you're crazy if you don't go ahead and buy it.
I've said this to people, it is a walk in the park. It is so easy.
It is.
It's a walk in the park. Like, after I've gotten the package, I put the package down and I went, wow. Well, like, wow. I just walked around my apartment going, this is so easy.
I watch infomercials. I'm up late at night waiting for phone calls normally, and I just order things quite a bit. But this is the only thing that's ever made me money.
Don Laprie worked his way from bankruptcy to financial independence in less than a year. How did he do it? It was easy, and he's ready to pass his money-making secrets on to you. They're all here in this money-making package, available only through this program. Call this number now and receive all of Don's secrets for making money on your own and becoming financially independent. You'll get buying and selling, the complete guide to learning how to buy and sell merchandise for a profit. It's easy to learn and even easier to do. Learn what to buy, and how to turn around and sell for a great profit over and over again. You'll also get pennies on the dollar, how and what to buy at public and private auctions. It's yours at no extra cost. The right classified ad can easily make you rich. And placing ads nationwide is everything you need to know to make money using the classifieds. How to write a money-making ad. One tiny classified ad that makes you money can make you rich, because Don will show you how to place the same ad in up to 3,000 other newspapers. Newspapers is your guide to almost every newspaper in the country. Act now and we'll also send you classified information, Don Laprie's personal list of the hottest newspapers in the country. Imagine if you only made $1 profit off of every newspaper in the country every day of the week. Profit Per Minute is your guide to getting into the 900 number business. Find out how to get started, what lines to feature, which lines have the most promise. We'll even show you how to get a 900 number of your own right away. Even if you live in Canada, you can get a 1-900 number in the States and advertise in the U.S. You get everything here. Buying and selling, placing ads nationwide, Profit Per Minute, and the 2 bonus manuals, all for the low price listed on your screen. Act now, and you'll also receive the Making Money Companion Cassette Series with incredible information that Don didn't have time to share with you on this show. The entire package comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. As an incredible, unheard-of bonus, if you call and place your order right now, you'll receive this incredible money-making special edition. Advertising with little or no money. Learn incredible secrets on getting free advertising for any type of business you own. Learn over 7 ways to get free advertising. The biggest key to any business is advertising. And Don will show you over 9 ways to advertise all you want without spending a penny. And just for picking up the phone right now and placing your order, Don Lapre wants to get you excited by receiving Don's personal video, Success. Go with Don as he shares his incredible life with you. Learn exactly what Don does every day to make his future dreams a financial reality. Don will teach you things you could never have dreamed of. Anyone can make money. Find out how. Order the Making Money package now.
Until you look at this package, go through this package, you have absolutely no idea. The amount of money that this package costs is the bargain of the century.
What would you say? There's people at home, they're watching right now. Some people are saying, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to get it. Other people are thinking, yeah, maybe this is for me. What would you tell the people at home?
Well, I tell them to stop and think what this type of project could mean to them and their family. Now, this year we're getting a much better house than we ever thought we would be able to have, and it's also opened our eyes up to a lot of other money-making techniques. It's really changing a lot of things for us.
One of the things that I've done with the money that I made from the Making Money package was last year, for the first time, I loaded all the kids up, my wife, we went to the Bahamas and spent a week there, and I wasn't worried about expenses. And that was a great feeling.
That's great. Did you think about me at all when you were out there?
A few times.
I was told by somebody that you're either going to get motivated by inspiration or desperation.
Right.
And I think it was desperation for me because education, you know, a piece of paper that looked great, but I couldn't get a job. But I think what people are afraid of is that, oh, that only happens to somebody else.
And it doesn't.
It doesn't. Of course it's happening to somebody else because you're not doing anything.
Right.
It'll happen to you if you do it. It can happen to you.
Don will teach you things you could never have dreamed of. Anyone can make money. Find out how. Order the Making Money package now.
To order, call the number on your screen and have your credit card ready to order the Making Money package for just $39.95. U.S. residents add $6.35 shipping and handling. Canadian residents add $10. Or send check or money order for $39.95 plus shipping and handling to Making Money. Post Office Box 37157, Phoenix, Arizona 85069. And when you call, don't forget to ask about rush delivery. Sorry, no CODs.
Hello, everyone. I'm Don Lapre. You only have around 45 seconds left before we go off the air. I hope you got excited. I hope you enjoyed watching the television show. And I just want to say that none of the testimonials that you've seen in this television show were paid anything for their story. And I want to thank all of them for taking the time to be part of this show. Hey, guys, it was great meeting all of you, and I hope you all make $1 million. Take care. And for those of you that are watching, you only have around 30 seconds left. Have a great night.
Success stories of Don Lapre and others described in this show represent the great result of only those individuals. As with any business, you could make more or less.
The preceding program was a paid advertisement for Money-Making Secrets.
The preceding was a fully sponsored paid commercial program.
Wake up. Call 976-WAKE. Get out of bed and get ahead. Use your touchtone phone. Call 976-WAKE. We're the wake up that works. So why worry? Don't ever be late again. Call 976-WAKE. Do it now. $2 per call. Depend on us. Call 976-WAKE and wake up right. Wake up right. Wake up to us tomorrow. For service outside Philadelphia, call 1-900-976-WAKE.
I can be anything you want me to be.
Do you need someone to confide in and trust?
I can't wait to hear what you have to say. So call me now.
1-900-868-7000. The kind of girls you like to talk to. 1-900-868-7000. $2.98 per minute for adults only.
Call me now.
If you don't know beans about folic acid, find out today. Your baby's life may depend on it.
Preventing birth defects starts before you're pregnant. Get the facts from the March of Dimes.
The battle has just begun.
Missile incoming. We're locked on. Let's rock and roll.
And the stakes have never been higher.
Space Above and Beyond, tonight at 7 on Fox Philadelphia.
A strong sense of community pervades the mountains of Appalachia. It's a place where families and friends depend on each other in good times and bad. A place where hard times and hymnals go hand in hand. Appalachia covers a large area of the United States, stretching from Pennsylvania to Georgia. But because communities here are often small and isolated in the mountains, the region is sometimes unfairly portrayed. That stigma irritates Rose Smith of the West Virginia Bureau of Employment Programs.
I think a lot of times we're misrepresented. I don't think we're all dumb hillbillies. I think it comes back from the days maybe of the Hatfields and McCoys.
Hey, y'all there tonight?
These mountains are also where entertainer Ricky Skaggs grew up, and where he's come with Feed the Children to help people he's proud to call his neighbors and friends.
I've been watching what Francis and Larry have been doing over the years, and I know what they do is the real thing. They put the food where the needs are, and I just appreciate them so much, and that's why that it blesses me to be able to give my time and my energy and my efforts to an organization like Feed the Children.
In Appalachia, generations have been getting by working in the coal mines and businesses supporting the mining industry. But now, like so much of America, the economy here is barely lurching along. Mines have shut down, and those still operating need fewer employees. It's a trend that's devastating families.
Well, we got laid off, both of us.
In 1981, there were over 8,000 union miners in this county, Pike County, Kentucky. And at present, there's something in the neighborhood of 300.
For every job available, there's probably 50 men looking for that one job.
Today, providing for a family is much harder, whether you live in Appalachia's coal country or anywhere in America.
It would be difficult to raise your family on $4.25 an hour, 20 hours a week, at the most 30 hours. Which is what a lot of employers offer at this time. Very seldom do I feel that I get a job order in that sort of line of work that would actually, you could raise a family on.
As America's economy changes and many good-paying jobs disappear, one thing remains constant. Families living at or below the poverty level still need to eat. But how do you put food on the table for your children or have the energy to look for work yourself when you have no money for groceries? That's where Feed the Children comes to the rescue. It's our goal to help provide America's hungry children with the nutritious foods they so desperately need. It's why this program is so important. So please, spend the next few minutes with us. Meet some of the little ones Feed the Children is helping, and learn how you can become part of the Feed the Children team, just like Ricky Skaggs. You don't have to be a superstar or unload our trucks to help ease the suffering of children. You just have to care about America's children in crisis. Poverty is hardest on its youngest victims. It makes even the simplest things extraordinarily difficult to accomplish. When 6-year-old April and her 7-year-old brother Ronald get up in the morning, they don't run down the hall to use the bathroom. They don't have a bathroom. In fact, they don't have any plumbing at all. They have to go outside and climb a steep, narrow path behind their dilapidated old shack to get to the outhouse. Bathing is just as difficult. Since there is no tub, cleaning up means standing in a basin on the porch. April's family gets its water from a hand-dug well shared with neighbors. The water isn't sanitary, but it does get some of the dirt off. For April, having a bath despite the hardship is a way of maintaining some dignity. And for a little girl whose parents are out of work, dignity is about as hard to come by as a clean dress and a good meal. Feed the Children founder Larry Jones and wife Frances took singer Ricky Skaggs to April's little house above the highway and railroad tracks as they were delivering food.
Ricky, when we came in the other day, there was 4 cans of beans on the shelf. There were some soup beans, some coffee, and some pickles.
Oh, Lord.
A little bit of cornmeal here. That's all she had to make it till the end of the month.
Lord have mercy.
No way this many people can eat until the end of the month.
5 people, 6 people in this house, 1 room.
1 room.
See what happens is they run out of food before they run out of month. And it's always the end of the month that they really have a tough time. And so when we say that 1 out of 4 children is either hungry or at risk of being hungry, it's usually for about a week at the end of the month. And there are nights that they go to bed, in fact, many nights, and then get up the next morning, still nothing to eat because they didn't have anything the night before.
Yeah.
So that's what really makes it tough.
The harsh reality of childhood hunger and poverty in America really hit home for Ricky after talking with Ronald.
I mean, we asked this little boy if he'd eaten today, and it's like it's 3 o'clock, you know, and they hadn't had anything to eat today, you know, and he first said, yeah, he did, but then when you ask him, are you sure? And he said, no. You look and see these children, and you say, what can I do? You know, what can I do? I mean, you know, you can take food, but there's such a need greater than just food. These kids need clothes, they need medical attention, they need a clean bathroom. Did you see what they have to live in? I mean, it's almost unbelievable. You sure are pretty, little girl. You know that? I can get in my truck and I can drive back home, but I'll never be the same. Seeing this right here today changed my life forever. I'll never be the same. Bye-bye.
When you haven't had anything to eat by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, chances are you're not going to eat that day. In a recent survey, there are about 12 million children in America under the age of 17 who live below the poverty line. You just saw some of them. It's obscene. It's nothing less than sin for a child to go hungry in America where there's plenty of food. Now, you're probably going to be shocked by these facts, but did you know that 3 out of 4 children that are poor in America, they are white and they live in a rural community? In the area where we were, did you know that a family of 4 exists on less than $10,000 a year? Now, they'd be the first to tell you, we need better jobs. But it doesn't look like the better jobs are going to come. That's why Feed the Children is there, delivering food and feeding children. Here's what we do. We go to large companies, large corporations, and say, will you give us food? Many of them do. And then, what's not given to us, we go out and buy. Here's the scenario. For about $18, we can purchase and transport 150 pounds of food to a feeding center or to a food pantry. For $36, 300 pounds. $72, 600 pounds. And for $120, 1,000 pounds. There's a phone number on your screen. Would you reach over and pick up the phone and say, I want to help feed America's hungry children? Please, it's a toll-free call. Call that number right now. Did you hear what Ricky said a moment ago? He said, I'll never be the same after seeing what I saw. He knows the need is there. These are American children right under our noses. Please, help us feed them. If you'd rather write out a check, make out your check to Feed the Children. Send it to Box 36, that's Oklahoma City. Our zip is 73101. Thanks.
Patience is about the only thing not in short supply at Ruby's house. And patience is important as she teaches her son Joey the alphabet. At 6 years old, the alphabet is not the first obstacle to come his way. poverty is.
Other kids, no matter what, they still make fun of them where they live at and what they got.
The taunting hurts Ruby as much as Joy. She says any mother would feel the same. These days, not many people would want to trade lives with Ruby, hauling up water from a dirty well, and her kids drinking straight from the bucket because there is no indoor plumbing. This is a mother's worst nightmare.
I guess I pull 18 to 20 buckets of water a day. And it's real hard.
Most of the children understand they probably won't ever have much. Take Joy. His push scooter runs on the rims. Like most of their daily living, it's a process of just barely getting by with what you have and making do. But there are some things you just can't do without as a child, like teeth and food. Joy points to all the places in his mouth that have caused him pain.
This one hurts.
Almost everywhere, something hurts. His teeth are falling out from poor nutrition, a result of simply skipping meals or not eating enough. How can a 6-year-old child have fallen through society's cracks so quickly? Can Joy and others like him recover? We hope so, but only time will tell if Joy can get the food, nourishment, and encouragement he needs to grow past his most important childhood years.
Ricky, people traditionally think of the holidays as the season of need, but as you've seen, these people need food right now.
We're a long way from Christmas. These kids, they don't have anything. And, in a few days, what food that was brought today will be gone. You need food all year long. The centers get bombarded with food in the wintertime, but it's almost like a guilt relief. Well, I did my good thing for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Now I can go have it with my friends and family, but there's such a need all year round. Especially summertime when kids are not going to school. And they do get a meal at school, but when summer's out, they don't get a meal. I met these 2 little kids a while ago, and little kid 8 years old, his teeth are already rotten. They're just little stubs, and he hadn't even come in all the way. And it's malnutrition. He's not getting food.
America's children in crisis have the potential to grow up to be healthy, productive people, but only if we help them right now. And helping is easy through Feed the Children. Just call the toll-free number here on your TV screen. Your generous support lets Feed the Children perform a vitally important service. It enables Feed the Children to purchase and transport food all across America. Feed the Children takes that food directly to the food pantries and feeding centers that needy children rely on to keep from going hungry. So please, won't you pick up your phone right now and say you want to be a part of the Feed the Children team? By giving your generous financial support to Feed the Children, you turn your compassion into action. Please make that call right now. If it's more convenient, then just make out a check and drop it in the mail today. Our address is Box 36, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, zip 73101. Now, on behalf of the children your generosity helps, we'd like to say thanks and God bless you.
Spending a day on the road with Feed the Children is proving to be a heart-wrenching homecoming for the Grand Ole Opry's youngest inductee. But it's worth it, because Ricky Skaggs is helping us deliver over 33,000 pounds of food to Hope. They're a local group distributing food from 9 church pantries in Kentucky's largest county.
About 95% of what we give out goes to churches who have feeding centers, food pantries, and Feed the Children. We're sort of the pipe that brings it to them, and then they take it out and they distribute it to those who are really in need.
God caused me to grow up in eastern Kentucky and have a love and a heart for these mountain people. It breaks my heart to see for these mountain people, kids growing up in the land of plenty that flows with milk and honey, and it's turned into a land that flows with mink and money. And it breaks my heart to see little kids grow up and not have no food when they go to bed and no clothes when they get up. They have to wear the same thing 3 or 4 days and wash it in the creek somewhere.
In certain areas in our county, there's probably as many as 3 out of 4 living below the poverty level.
If you just knew the struggle that we have of trying to come up with food in an adequate amount,
And when you're looking at 1,000 to 1,200 families, so much we just don't have enough to go around.
Without organizations like Feed the Children, our task would be much more difficult than what it is. And we were looking at not being able to distribute food next month.
One of the greatest needs in the summertime is food for the children so that they won't go hungry through the day and night.
Knowing food will be on the pantry shelves this month, thanks to Feed the Children, is comforting to the children who came out to meet Ricky Skaggs. For their parents, it's a comfort just knowing someone cares.
He come back to where he knew poverty was, and he's coming back to do something about it, and this means a lot to us.
When Ricky and I drove up and got out of the car, guess what we were asked? When are you going to come back and bring more food? Well, we just got there with one truckload. The reason they asked is because our shelves were empty, and the 9 churches said, if you hadn't come, we wouldn't have fed this month. Did you know they feed between 1,000 and 1,200 families? Do you know what they do a lot of? That's right, they do a lot of praying. So I just want you to know when you give to Feed the Children, you're answering someone's prayers. You see, most people don't even know where Phelps, Kentucky is. That's why you're so important, because we went to that place and we took food and we helped feed those who are in need. Somewhere way down the road, we're hoping that jobs will come back, factories will be established. We don't know when that's going to be, but till then, would you call that toll-free number and say, I'll give $18 and help with 150 pounds of food, or maybe $72 for 600 pounds, or better still, $120 for 1,000 pounds. Also, would you consider getting your group involved, maybe your church or your business or school or civic club? Just give us a call. The job is bigger than we are. We'll get back with you. Let's do a project together. If you'd rather write out a check, just write it out to Feed the Children. That's Box 36, Oklahoma City. Our zip is 73101. Thanks for helping us feed America's hungry children.
What is Feed the Children? It's a simple idea that our founder, Larry Jones, had in 1979. Acquire excess food and commodities to feed hungry children. We maintain our own fleet of trucks to quickly and cost-effectively pick up and deliver these commodities. Often, we take goods directly from their source to a nearby food pantry or feeding center for distribution to needy children and their families. We also have our own warehouses to minimize the cost of storage when it's needed. But without your help, none of this would be possible. Your generous, tax-deductible financial support is what keeps Feed the Children working. So the next time you hear someone ask, what is Feed the Children? You can tell them it's your way of helping feed America's hungry children.
You know, most of us don't plan to fail. We just fail to plan. Well, there's one organization that's always planning ahead because it knows that lives are at stake. Hi, I'm Ricky Skaggs. That organization is Feed the Children. They're always prepared for whatever might happen because when a crisis strikes, you can't waste time. We may not be able to control the circumstances unfolding today, but we can make a difference in the outcome of tomorrow. We can give to Feed the Children because we know they'll be working to save lives. So please call Feed the Children today and be as generous as you possibly can. And thank you for caring and sharing. They want to do better. You know, people don't want handouts. They don't want to have to live that way all their life. They need some hope. They need a future, and they don't have it.
So she's having a little slowdown, which is normal.
Educators and healthcare providers are often the first to witness the devastating effects of childhood hunger. They see how not having enough to eat and malnutrition are robbing our children of their ability to grow.
Kids who are chronically malnourished because they're not provided with adequate food of all types will ultimately be small and very thin.
At the end of the month, food becomes scarce in the home. You see the children becoming more hungry at school. We have had some children that have not eaten when they go home until the next morning.
Is your chicken? Oh, we don't get no food.
Why not?
Because we don't get no money.
There's no doubt that low socioeconomic status is associated with some significant problems with nourishment. Part of it being perpetuating of the cycle. If you don't have much money, you tend to buy food that costs less to fill your children up, rather than buying the foods that are the most nutritious for your children.
Some might say that Justin lives on the wrong side of the tracks to live any other way. That's because his life centers around this rickety shack. His grandfather built it out of scrap wood. It's dirty, it's rotting, and there's no plumbing at all. In fact, every drop of water Justin needs comes from the well at the end of this steep path. A well that sits right next to the busy highway below his house. Its crumbling lid lets all sorts of debris fall in the water. It was embarrassing for Justin just to show it to us. He says he'd rather live in a house with real water faucets and a proper toilet.
You look and see these children, and you say, what can I do? What can I do? I mean, you can take food, but there's such a need greater than just food. These kids need clothes, they need medical attention, they need a clean bathroom. Did you see what they have to live in? I mean, it's almost unbelievable that people can live this way.
When we're dealing with children who have normal physical systems, normal bodies, who just simply aren't getting adequate nutrition, then these are kids who have a world of potential, but because they're not feeling good, because they don't have the energy they should, because they're hungry, maybe having discomfort, either abdominal discomfort, headaches, bone pain from malnourishment, then these kids are not going to feel good about themselves, feel good about the schoolwork, and it just carries over into becoming a long-term problem for society.
But it's discouraging to see such a need in our nation. You kind of expect it in third world countries, and it shouldn't even happen there, but you kind of expect it there. But to expect it to be in America, it's unbelievable. I mean, you can show all this all day long, and there's no camera that can capture what I'm seeing and what I smell and what I feel right now. It's unbelievable. I just really encourage folks that's watching to send their financial support to feed the children, because you guys are doing something about it. I mean, I care, and I know I care because I'm from here, and it breaks my heart to see my people and Eastern Kentucky to suffer and continue like this. You guys have a wonderful outlet and a wonderful source to be able to funnel not just food, but also clothing and help through Feed the Children. And I'm going to do everything I can to help you guys, because I know you have a vision for it and you have a burden for it. And I want to try to encourage people to help.
Thanks, Ricky. And by the way, we really appreciate him spending a day with us. And I hope you've called and said you want to help feed America's hungry children. If you haven't, just reach over and pick up the phone. It's a toll-free call. For just $18, you can help us transport 150 pounds of food to a feeding center or to a food pantry and feed America's hungry children. Of course, you may can give more, but please do something right now. Call that toll-free number and do the very best you can. Remember, only $18 for 150 pounds of food. Thanks for helping us feed America's hungry children.
Thirsty peanut butter cookie.
In Oklahoma City, the 6 children Penny Stevenson looks after wanted to do a project to help other kids who are less fortunate than themselves.
We felt that children can make a difference in this world as well as adults.
I'm helping feed the children with Kool-Aid and cookies.
Why?
So we can feed children all over the world.
Finding customers takes finesse. These kids are enthusiastically flagging down folks on rollerblades, in patrol cars, on motor scooters, in fact, just about anyone on wheels.
Hi guys, how much is it?
25 cents.
Okay. Okay. This looks great.
Big donation.
There you go. How about if you just bring me back $2? I think the Feed the Children is a great organization, which I support, and I don't always have the opportunity to do it. So when somebody's out doing a fundraiser like this, it makes me want to give some extra money.
In a little less than 2 hours, we've already met over half our goal. Our goal today is about $50. But who knows, we could far surpass that the way we're going.
Large efforts or small, each is important to Feed the Children, because it's those efforts that help us fulfill our #1 goal, and that's feeding hungry children.
Isn't that a great story? A big thank you to Penny and all of her helpers. I keep saying the job of feeding America's hungry children is bigger than Feed the Children. We can't do it alone. That's why we need your help. And if you haven't called, I encourage you, pick up the phone right now and call that toll-free number. And whether you give $18 to help us with 150 pounds, or $72 to help us with 600 pounds, or maybe $120 to help us with 1,000 pounds, please do your very best and call right now. And also, would you be like Penny and get your group involved? She had 6 children that said, we want to do something to help America's hungry children. Maybe your business, your church group, your civic club, your corporation. You'd like to get involved. We're working together. Just give us a call. We'll get back with you, and we'll help you in every way that we can. Let's do a project together. Let's work together to feed America's hungry children. If you'd rather write out a check, make it out to Feed the Children. Send it to Box 36. That's Oklahoma City. The zip is 73101. Let me thank you for your generosity.
Who wouldn't want to be a Dallas Cowboy? Hi, I'm Barry Switzer. When I became coach of the Dallas Cowboys, I knew I had a lot of hard work ahead of me. But I've never turned my back on a challenge or an opportunity. That's why I want to tell you about another group I consider America's team. It's called Feed the Children, and they continually work throughout America helping children who are hungry, hurting, and in dire need. So please don't miss this opportunity to step up to the challenge at hand. Besides, who wouldn't want to help America's needy children? Call Feed the Children today.
Legendary blues artist B.B. King for Feed the Children.
Hi, I'm B.B. King. You know, hunger, especially among children, is something we should all be concerned about. With hunger and malnutrition on the rise both here in America and overseas, it's important that we find a solution. Feed the Children has been a part of the solution for more than a decade, caring for children who are hungry, sick, and alone.
Since 1979, Feed the Children has been delivering life-saving aid to the youngest victims of hunger, the children, our children. From Rwandan refugee camps to America's poorest regions, Feed the Children is working on a solution to the hunger problem.
Be a part of the solution. Make Feed the Children your charity of choice. It'll be listed during your workplace campaign this year. Please give generously to Feed the Children.
Blonde girls, unlimited calling, yeah. Black girls, unlimited calling, ooh. Double fantasies, unlimited calling, wow. Blonde girls, black girls, double fantasies, wow. Adults over 18 only.
Freshness means fresh.
When you walk into Gennardi's, it smells like when my mother made bread and cookies.
The vegetables are crunchy.
They look like they just came out of the garden.
Everything is fresh except the health.
Maniacs about freshness, that would be us.
The lettuce is perky.
We don't take anything that isn't fresh. Short freshness has a sound.
Snap. Pop.
Listen to how fresh that sounds.
Sounds like good.
You hear it all over Gennardi's.
Blonde girls, unlimited calling, yeah. Black girls, unlimited calling, ooh. Double fantasies, unlimited calling, wow. Blonde girls, black girls, double fantasies, wow. Adults over 18 only.
It's so powerful.
I don't see it.
Not every cultural activity appeals to everyone. So we'll help you find something you can get excited about.
I've always loved this piece.
The arts and humanities. For a free brochure, call our toll-free number.
More than 2,000 cultural groups in Pennsylvania invite you to find out what's going on in your community.
To Eric and Donnie, love is strange.
She's beautiful, charming, intelligent. She's breaking up with her first thing tomorrow.
Do something. Tonight at 8:30 on Fox Philadelphia.
On Sunday, the game comes alive. Pro football, the game for the ear and the eye. A 2.5-hour carnival of color, sound, and action.
Keep grinding. Keep grinding. Keep grinding on.
Today on NFL Films presents Bill Walsh's Disciples, the game through Jerry Rice's eyes, Forever Young.
NFL Films Presents is brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort.
The San Francisco 49ers are to pro football what the New York Yankees were to baseball, the UCLA Bruins were to college basketball, and the Ming family was to ancient China. The 5-time Super Bowl champions are a dynasty, and today's show explores how they've earned that lofty label. We'll find out what enabled Steve Young to go from a superstar's backup to a superstar in his own right. We'll also examine the vaunted West Coast offense. But first, here's a look at Bill Walsh, the coach who built a dynasty and can now watch as his former assistants try to duplicate his success. Bill Walsh and the San Francisco 49ers.
Bill Walsh used innovation and motivation to build a dynasty.
Travel up the turn, okay?
I had him. Yeah, well, he doesn't have the time here. Now we got to get this thing back. We got to control it.
In winning 3 world championships, Walsh nurtured the skills of his players, and he also cultivated the abilities of his assistant coaches. 6 of them are now NFL head coaches, meaning that Walsh's approach to pro football will continue to blossom for seasons to come.
There's a Bill Walsh coaching tree, and the branches stretch into every division in the NFL.
First play, like you're going to finish the last one. Knock their butts off. Let's go get them.
So there's a lot of us out here, a lot of us loose on the streets. Watch out.
It's something that we're all really excited about. You know, we met each other, all these assistant coaches who became head coaches, who worked under Bill Walsh either at Stanford University or with the 49ers. We met each other during various times. And I think that all of the guys really have so much respect for Bill. We learned so much from Bill Walsh.
Working with Bill, the innovative ideas that develop, you're challenged all the time to be creative, and the teaching aspect of the game, and just the sense of the importance and how you actually go about winning.
Quarterback, back to throw Montana. Stepped up, throw.
Walsh's final NFL victory came at the expense of a close friend who had learned much as a 49er assistant.
Congratulations, I am happy for you like I've never been, believe me. Congratulations, this is yours. You deserve it. Oh, me. That was a good game, huh? Bill is a guy who approached it like a professor would approach a classroom situation. And he tried to pick out coaches and stick with coaches that he thought would be good teachers themselves.
Charlie? He's just going to sprint and try to control a strong safety. And
a lot of people see Bill in sort of a studious kind of a cerebral kind of a relationship, but I love the humor and he has the ability to keep things light.
Like you got half their team out there, man. Don't let them intimidate you. There's 9 captains. All right, we got it.
Prior to Super Bowl 16, Walsh kept his players loose by greeting the team bus dressed as a hotel doorman. And humor is a trait shared by his former assistants.
You got somebody fresh you can put in? If you got anybody fresh, even if they're bad, boy, we aren't a bunch of sad sacks.
This young man makes a play right here. All right? No, I said I like the bandana, the dancing. Oh.
The key thing that I can say about Bill, which probably has given us all maybe the respect of owners throughout the league, is Bill allows coaches to coach. He allows people around him to grow.
I was somewhat frustrated, in fact, extremely frustrated, not having an opportunity to even be interviewed for a head coaching job for many, many years. So I suppose I developed a sensitivity to the careers of other people once I established myself. So throughout my coaching career, I've been open and supportive and nurtured the men that work with me.
While being fair, he was very demanding of his staff. I would be working and the quarterback would throw a completed ball to a receiver as an example, and the receiver would catch the ball, and I thought everything was fine. And he'd go, Mike, I want the ball delivered a foot in front of the numbers, 1 foot. And I'd say, yes, coach, you know, he's my boss. But then I started thinking, and the quarterbacks were thinking, how in the world can you do that? And now that I can look back on it, and I wind up saying the same thing myself, is that you strive for perfection, knowing you probably can never get there. But if you don't strive for it, you'll never come close.
We operated in a very open, communicative atmosphere, so a coach really had an opportunity to develop their skills through contact and communication with everybody else on the staff. So it was an open forum. And I think that in itself nurtured the development of a lot of really fine men to become outstanding coaches.
A lot of head coaches through the years have had, you know, assistants become head coaches and they failed. And I think in Bill's case, a lot of his disciples are becoming successful because of the preparation and the results that they got being around Bill.
Talk about being champions from July 7th. We're champions right now. We got one more to go. Congratulations for a tremendous effort. Tremendous.
Bill Walsh's former assistants guarantee that he will exert as much influence on the future as he did on the past.
When we return, Jerry Rice and Steve Young, wired for sound, give us a rare look inside the 49er offense.
Now, to each man who shaves, there's an edge all his own. Only Edge Gel has 8 custom formulas to fit every shaving need. From tough beards to sensitive skin. For a close, comfortable shave, get an edge of your own. Edge Gel, skincare for men. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the edge.
Welcome, Dave. It's been a long time.
Sure has, Red.
You got a spicy chicken sandwich, but here, try this.
Not bad.
Water?
No, thanks. Now try a Wendy's spicy chicken.
Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is a whole breast fillet seasoned with Dave's own blend of pepper and spices. It's one very delicious, very spicy sandwich.
Please.
Oh. Try Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich and long live the king.
If you're still up, so are the Venus girls. They're hot, stimulating, vocative, and sizzling. They're ready to spend the night with you right now. Call 1-800-60-VENUS. It's for adults only, and it's only $2.50 per minute. 1-800-60-VENUS.
Let's stay up all night.
What are you waiting for? Call now.
Well, friends, it's very simple. You got America's best contacts and eyeglasses here. Good company, good product, America in the name. They give you soft contacts or 2 pair of great eyeglasses for $39.99. It's that simple. $39.99. Daily wear soft contacts or 2 pair of eyeglasses and the eye exam. America's best contacts and eyeglasses. Now, shape up and give them a call.
During the 80s, the 49ers developed the West Coast offense. Today, it's not regarded as just another good offensive system. It has evolved into the offense for the 90s. The 49er offense is based on high percentage passes, quick and precisely timed, so the receiver catches the ball in mid-stride.
I gotta go to work.
The system insists that the left hand know what the right hand is doing. It requires there be more substance than flash to receivers like Jerry Rice.
Well, I'm just like a quarterback.
Hustle, 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 hustle!
I'm reading the defense. I'm looking to see what the corner is trying to do to me. I'm just looking for the coverages.
The short pass is the signature stroke of the 49er offense.
I like to run the square out.
Let's go brown right. Fox 2 double square out on set, ready?
You know, it's about 12 yards, so I have to explode off the ball. When I hit 10 yards, I have to plant, and that's gonna take me to 12. Then I roll out of it and get ready to make the catch, and also get ready for the hit. I would prefer to catch the ball right here. If I catch it right here, I can put the ball away, also brace myself for the hit, and just roll up field and get ready to explode downfield.
Specific depth in the pattern is essential. So is the adjustment made to each route in the huddle.
I'll tell you what, Jerry, if it's 3 deep, take it to the middle. If it's 2 deep, keep it high. Go brown right, 200 jet drag slant on set, right?
So if he's outside of me, I'm pushing this way, trying to get him to widen a little bit. Then I'm slanting down real flat at a 45-degree angle. If he's playing me man-to-man, this is where I got to use my double moves, and it's just me against this guy, and somehow I have to win.
Within the system, routes can be modified to create openings. What do the Niners call a slant combined with a square route?
That's a shake route.
Let's go. Far double wing right open, F left. 3 jet X drive, E shake on 1, ready?
I'm trying to get up about 10 yards and really selling the post, making the guy think I'm going to the post. And he's going to react. When he reacts, hopefully he's over the top of me, and I can break it back off and go to the corner. But it's all about selling the route. Most defensive backs, they are taught not to let a wide receiver break their cushion.
Let's go red right, 24 double go on set, ready?
If you break their cushion, they're going to feel uncomfortable. They're not going to have time to react. You'll be able to beat them.
When secondaries overplay the short routes, San Francisco can stretch the field vertically with a variety of plays.
Let's go far trips left. 3 jet, flanker short post on set, ready? Win.
When I'm running the post, the main thing is to get on the guy's toes. You know, it's just like we're going to do a dance together, so I want to get extremely close to him. I want to look him directly in the eye, and once I get that close relationship to him, I go to the post, and I think with my explosion, the separation is going to be about 5 yards, and I just have to just get ready to catch the football. When I come up to the line and I read the defense and I know it's man-to-man and we going for the home run, if I beat this guy, all I have to do is make the play.
590!
And it's up to me to beat this guy and make the big catch.
The big catch has been Rice's calling card. He rarely gets stopped short of the goal line. Rice may never tire in his pursuit of the end zone, but as the years go by, defenses will undoubtedly slow down the 49er offense. Realizing that, San Francisco plans to stay one step ahead.
These guys are professionals, and if they see you doing the same thing over and over again, they know what to expect.
The 49er offense, best in the business today.
Coming up on NFL Films Presents, Steve Young's incredible journey.
McDonald's presents the NFL Break of the Week. Hoping to rebound from 2 consecutive losses, Pittsburgh's defense came up big Sunday against their old nemesis, the San Diego Chargers. Al Boyd-Mays followed with another interception that would break the game wide open.
And it's tipped and intercepted. Here comes
Stealing with the football, and this is Alvoy Mays up the right sideline, and he's in.
The Steelers defeated the Chargers 31-16 thanks to Alvoy Mays with the McDonald's Break of the Week.
When you're Barry Sanders, one of the quickest men in the NFL, some days it seems like no one can touch you. No one can catch you. No one can even come close.
Anyway, coming through. Man on a Mickey D's mission. Sausage McMuffin with egg, 4-minute milers coming through.
Now you can convert $2 into 2 Morning Fresh Sausage McMuffins with egg, or 2 hot, tempting Quarter Pounders with cheese. But the clock's ticking, so hurry.
Hey, look who's here. Hey, Louis Leslie.
Slow-mo Joe. Barry Sandbag.
Your break today.
Ready? It's the last night of this century.
I'm the magic man.
For a man who's seen too much.
This is conspiracy paranoia.
For a woman who won't back down.
Calm down, baby. This is what I do.
Strange days are coming.
Cheer up, Rose. Go ahead in 10 minutes anyway.
Strange Days, rated R. Friday at theaters everywhere.
Man, you okay? I don't think I can drive.
I think there might be some ligament damage.
Oh, come on, quit being a crybaby, all right? Relax.
Look, I'm not a crybaby.
Do you have any CDs?
In the glove compartment.
Hey, come on, would you move your foot out of my face?
Oh, come on. If I could move my foot, I'd be driving.
Man, I didn't even know you in the game until you fell down and you start screaming, "Oh, my leg, please! Oh, my leg!" We need a little air in here.
Gene, you just passed my house. And lovely house it is.
Oh, nice neighborhood, too. I'm glad you guys think this is funny.
This Sunday,
Missile incoming. Lock on.
We're locked on. Let's rock and roll.
the battle has just begun,
Oh, thanks for the melt down if I don't get some help here.
and it's more dangerous
Get your men back to their stations. I'm taking the bridge.
can't allow that than you could imagine.
We work together or we die.
Space Above and Beyond, Sunday at 7 on Fox Philadelphia.
Any way you want. Ford is right for you.
Get Ford Ranger any way you want. Choose from either low 3.9% financing or $750 cash back on America's #1 selling compact pickup. That's 3.9% financing for 48 months or $750 cash back you can use as the down payment. But hurry, because 3.9 financing or $750 cash back is a limited time offer.
Ford is right for you.
See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Determination. Perspiration. Matt burns up the net.
What, do you worry about losing to an amateur?
Next, Baywatch. Monday at 5 on Fox Philadelphia.
Steve Young looks in the mirror, and he likes what he sees.
Same name as the cabbage.
He's answered life's questions and solved its many puzzles.
Rubber wedding and marching band.
Yeah, wow, that was good.
He's found fortune and fame, but he still drinks his milk. He's the same kid who grew up playing at the end of this Greenwich, Connecticut street. And it's here where Steve Young's journey began. You see, if you're the son of a stern Mormon father named Grit, you better be tough, and you better play hard till the final whistle.
I'd go out and just whistle for them. They'd understand that when the whistle was heard, that's time to come home and time to come home now. So most of them, Stephen particularly, would obey that whistle.
30 years later, he can still hear that whistle.
It must be 5:15. I gotta go home. Did you hear my dad whistle? Did someone hear my... I heard my dad whistle. I better go home.
By age 2, Steve could already catch, do 10 push-ups, and dribble a basketball. He was very protective of his 3 little brothers and sister, and his mother was even more protective of him.
Stephen was playing running back, and this little kid just kept neck tackling. His mother had about as much as she could take, and finally just charged out onto the field after this kid did about the 4th neck tackle and was just pointing a finger at him and saying, "Don't you neck tackle," and Stephen was mortified. From that point on, he said, "Never again will you come onto the field."
He was finally on his own out at Brigham Young, where Grit once played fullback. He became an All-American, the certain first pick in the draft. Then, Young chose an uncharted course. He took a bold risk and signed with the USFL.
Seemed like such a good deal. He'd never have to worry another day in his life. And if you saw that for your child, you'd say, "Boy, that's the way to go."
and then they started the second season. I mean, it was a nightmare. It was obvious that the LA Express was not going to succeed.
Steve had grown up loving football, and you wake up the next morning and you've given away all your dreams. You know, he didn't know he'd be in the NFL again. That's time for a big depression. All the money in the world couldn't buy back his dream.
Everyone can ride the wave and, you know, take the pictures and put the nice pose on top of your surfboard, you know, but it's when the wave crashes on you, how do you handle that?
The wave crashed in Tampa Bay. Young was banished to Siberia.
There was the blinding snowstorm in white jerseys. You couldn't find anybody to throw to, and the highlight film had Steve, you know, with his face just shoved in the snow and his mask full of snow, and I just cried. It was just a really hard thing to witness.
San Francisco would provide a safe harbor. He'd play for the league's finest team and learn from its greatest quarterback. The only question was, how long would he be cast in Joe Montana's shadow?
Come on, Steve, let's go!
When Young finally got his chance, he won passing titles and an MVP award. But to spoiled Bay Area fans, he was scatter-armed and scatter-brained. Steve Young, they proclaimed, couldn't win the big one.
Then he lost the ball, and for the second time, Joe Montana would be running in the first place. Montana's still the best, and he always will be.
I look back on those days, find out, first of all, how tough I am. Second, you know, what my integrity level is, where I'm willing to sacrifice. I would be very discouraged if I didn't have those times.
In 1994, George Seifert pulled Young out in the midst of an Eagle rout. Grit's obedient son rebelled.
I know Stephen, he always thinks there's a way to win a game. To see him erupt like that did not surprise me.
I hope he didn't say what it looked like, he said, but I made his 16-year-old brother close his eyes.
The following week, Young refused to stay on the sidelines.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if he can get up from this one.
To knock him out of the game, guy crawls off the field. And I looked over and here come the trainer. He's like, get off the field, I'm getting off. And then he came back in.
I think there was a moment there where we were saying to ourselves, how bad can it get? And I think that at that moment, we became the 1994 49ers.
And Steve Young became their unconquerable leader. He carried the 49ers into the playoffs, and in the NFC Championship game, he won the big one. He wasn't the next Joe Montana. He was Steve Young. This was his team, and his destiny was at hand.
We won't have to hear any more talk about Steve Young getting to the Super Bowl. Now he'll have to win one.
Really, the whole world turned on the Super Bowl, thinking that Steve Young was going to fall on his face.
My life was going to be fine regardless of what happened professionally. I didn't think I had to win the Super Bowl to prove that I could play, or that I was a good player, that I was all-pro player, or even a great player.
Quarterback, number 8.
Young's MVP performance was transcendent, as was the warm, bright glow that washed over him at the end of his long, dark road.
It was one of the rare experiences where the reality far outweighed the dream. Usually the reality never kind of quite lives up to it. It far surpassed it. It was beyond my wildest imagination.
Steve Young is now number 1 all time with 6 touchdown passes. Someone take the monkey off my back, please!
He paid his dues, and he did everything that a good soldier, a great quarterback is supposed to do. When I think back to some of the slings and arrows that Steve had to suffer through, it's almost embarrassing. It's embarrassing to think that the fans, the San Francisco 49er organization, put him through all that. And then when I realize, and we look back and see how he handled it, how he came through it, how he not only survived, but prevailed, it makes you just sit back and look at him in awe. And his efforts are truly heroic.
Steve Young's incredible journey, a trip we can all rejoice in. Edge presents the ultimate performance of Week 5. The Colts' Marshall Faulk once again proved he was the team's prize pony by thundering past the St. Louis Rams for 3 touchdowns last Sunday in Indianapolis. Faulk's 177 yards rushing, combined with 45 yards receiving, put the Colts on top 21-18.
Touchdown, Indianapolis!
And earned Marshall the Edge Ultimate Performance Award for Week 5.
Now, to each man who shaves, there's an edge all his own. Only Edge Gel has 8 custom formulas to fit every shaving need. From tough beards to sensitive skin. For a close, comfortable shave, get an edge of your own. Edge Gel, skincare for men. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
Carl Medford's dead.
3 lives.
We got Prince and the Hatchet
involved
Next door neighbor saw a lot of women come over here.
in a brutal murder.
Freeze it right there.
Endangered
Mrs. Gavin, is that you on the tape?
by a shocking truth.
How could you let them do this to you, Trina?
It was my choice, but I didn't know Kyle was taping it.
It was all right in front of me. I just didn't want to see it.
Jade.
I really think you know me.
Better than you think.
Rated R. Starts Friday, October 13th everywhere.
Close your eyes, listen to my voice, let your imagination run wild.
Let yourself go. Call 1-800-FREE-LOVE and let your imagination run wild. Talk live, one-on-one. Only $2.50 per minute, adults only. Come on and do it. Call 1-800-FREE-LOVE now.
Let me talk to you, use your imagination, go wild.
Want a sure thing? Every man loves a sure thing. If you'd like a sure thing, then all you have to do is pick up the phone. Call 1-800-213-CUTE. It's only $2.50 per minute, and it's a sure thing. Oh, it's for adults only. Call 1-800-213-CUTE. Want a sure thing? Call now.
Big Marty is at it again. Price cutting everything. Get huge monster savings on the finest carpet money can buy. Top name brand $24.99 a square yard carpet, now $12.95. With prices that fall to an amazing $8.95, completely installed with padding. It is incredible. Big Marty has also price cut thousands of remnants to start at $59. And of course, at Big Marty's, you can make no down payment. Take advantage of our 90 days same as cash or 6-month no payment policy. And get 24-hour installation. Yes, Big Marty sells better carpet cheaper. Hurry to Big Marty and shop now.
Next week, it's a special show devoted to the artistry of Barry Sanders. Find out what it's like to be his teammate, what it's like to be his opponent, and what it's like to be Barry himself. Join us for the best of Barry Sanders.
NFL Films Presents is brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort.
Lust for you. Lust is for adults. Lust is good. It's time. 1-800-313-LUST. Call now.
We've waited long enough. Fright Fest is back at Six Flags Great Adventure Theme Park.
We've scared up the fun in shows like the all-new Night Creatures with the Crypt Keeper and a bigger and better hayride to the unknown. Plus, all the heart-pounding rides. Fright Fest is open every Friday night and all day Saturday and Sunday now through October 29th. So don't just creep in. Hurry! There's so much family fun, the scariest part is missing it. Get these great savings with coupons at participating Pathmark stores.
I can be anything you want me to be.
Do you need someone to confide in and trust?
I can't wait to hear what you have to say. So call me now.
1-900-868-7000. The kind of girls you like to talk to. 1-900-868-7000. $2.98 per minute for adults only. Call me now.
Ricky Waters may not be talking to the rest of the media, but he talks to Fox this week on Miller Lite presents The Ray Road Show. Today at 10:30 on Fox Philadelphia.